Every manufacturer worth its badge has a special sub-brand dedicated to transforming humdrum motors into hot ones. And one car maker that's had huge success with its sporty offerings is Renault. The R8 Gordini, 5 GT Turbo, Clio Williams and Megane R26R. And this curvaceous lump of aggression is the latest creation from the French manufacturer's sports department, Renaultsport. It took a Megane front-wheel drive carcass and fleshed it out with more power to produce this, the Megane Renaultsport 250. It looks fast too, with its F1-esque rear diffuser and front-mounted aerodynamic blade, wider wheel arches, plus the go even faster yellow paint on the rev counter. Renaultsport has been playing very hard at the top of the hot hatch game for the last few decades, making wilder versions of its sober road cars. Now this one has got a 2-litre turbocharged engine with 247 brake horsepower, which is more potent than its predecessor, the Megane 225. Now with this car you also get 2 chassis choices. The standard sport version costs £23,500 and is ideal for giving you everyday thrills. However, if you want it a bit more hardcore, there is this, the Cup version, which is £1,000 cheaper. And it's a bit cheaper because it does without leather trim. Woohoo! Climate control and automatic headlights, but it doesn't matter because what you do get is a limited slip differential and a 15% stiffer setup, which makes the ride a bit on the fly side, especially on country roads, but it makes it absolutely perfect for track action. And that's the best place to exploit Renault's nitty-gritty technology, which should set this Megane apart from other powerful hatchbacks. Like the Perfo Hub independent steering axis front suspension, which I'm sure you've guessed, guarantees a stable front end under hard acceleration, reducing as much torque steer as possible. Let's see if it works. So 255 pound-foot of torque going through the front wheels, and off it goes, no torque steer whatsoever. Just goes forward in a very straight line. Very impressive indeed. However, I have had some torque steer with this car as it's picked up some imperfections on country roads and it has sort of leapt about a bit across the road. But you just have to be on top of your own game and you have to be as keen behind the wheel as it is to get the best out of it. When it comes to figures, it'll do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 6.1 seconds and go on to 156. It does feel fantastically fast. The turbo in particular is on fire when things go over 3,000 RPM, and you can really push every ounce of power all the way out of its 6,500 RPM rev range in all 6 gears. The only annoying thing about it is this, the beep that comes in when it thinks I should change gear. I don't need a beep to tell me. I've got ears, I can hear the revs. Thank you. That limited slip diff makes such a difference. Going into a corner, you can just pile on more and more speed and power, and the car just takes it, tucks its nose in, grips and grips and grips. It's absolutely phenomenal. The cornering speeds achievable almost defy physics. In another front-wheel drive car, you would never be able to corner quite so quickly because it would understeer and say, no more power please, I can't take it. But it absolutely makes this car come alive. It comes loaded with the right sort of geeky goodies to get petrol heads all hot under the collar, like the Renaultsport Monitor, which is a motorsport-derived onboard telemetry pack. It displays info like 5-stage throttle pedal mapping, which adapts the car's acceleration behaviour depending on the environment. You also get real-time detailed data like power, torque and boost readouts, also G-force and acceleration times. And it is very difficult to not look at it, particularly the G-force one, because you want to know how much G you're pulling around a corner. I've actually gone off the scale at well over 1 sideways. It's all been very cleverly designed to appeal to the track day addict, though should you ever want to drive it sensibly, it is reasonably economical. 33 miles to the gallon and emissions under 200 grams per kilometre of CO2. The Focus RS fares worse on both counts. So does all that make this Megane Renaultsport 250 the best hot hatch money can buy? Yes.